Happy New Year. Welcome to Swoop Luke in 2025. I hope you had a safe and a very good New Year 2025, just in general, not even just with Collingwood or just in general. It's going to be a good year. I can just feel it in my stomach, in my gut. And for Collingwood, I feel like it's going to be a very good year. We'll get into that a little bit later. Another video coming out soon, next couple of days, about resolutions for this year and what I want to see from the Pies this year. But in today's video, we're going to go through the ins, what's in for 2025 and what's out for 2025. You've probably seen this trend on, it's mainly on TikTok. So we'll go through my ins first, then we'll go through my outs, then let me know yours down below in the comments. Let's get into it. In, giving the youth a chance. Now, we've talked about a couple of guys sort of coming through and a couple of our older guys. We need to give the youth a chance this year. I want to see someone dominating the VFL and then going straight into the AFL. I don't want them to wait for sort of any injuries to come through before they can make an impact. The second one, a firing forward line. Now that means a fit Dan McStay, a fit Myercheck, and whoever else is that third prong. So it could be Ash Johnson, it could be Tim Membry, it could be Mason Cox. I just want to see a fit and firing forward line from our big key forwards. We know that Elliott, Bobby, and Lockie Schultz are going to be putting in the work, but I want to see our big men have a real crack at it this year. Reece McGuinness to have a masterclass in defense. Now, I've said this a trillion times. I think he's got to, not replace Murphy, but be that person that we really missed in the defensive line last year. I can say last year now. Last year, and I think Reece is going to be that guy. And when I say masterclass, I just mean doing his role, helping out Darcy, helping out Jeremy Hell, helping out Braden Maynard. I think he's going to do really, really well. And like I said before, round zero, I 100% reckon that he'll be playing round zero. Ins, Ed Allen, best 23. I think by the end of the year, by the end of the home and away season at least, we will see Ed Allen in our best 23. We saw what he did against Melbourne, and he just looks bigger and firing a little bit more in training as well. So I think this is Ed Allen's breakout year. We got a couple of games into him last year, but now I think this is here for him to explode. Kind of goes in with giving the youth a chance as well, and a bit of those older guys. Ins, finishing in the top 8. We have to finish in the top 8 this year. I've got us, I'll do my predictions later, but I do have us in the top 4. I just feel really confident about this year. And sort of segueing into my next in is the premiership being a cakewalk. Give me a premiership that is a cakewalk, please. I don't want to do what we did. What did we win the premiership by? Like a combined 12 points, those 3 finals? That's not a cakewalk. I need a cakewalk like Brisbane did against the Swannies. Ins, more Jeremy Howe hangers. I need to see Jeremy Howe flying for everything. He did it a couple of times last season. I want to see more. I want to see him get right up there, take another mark of the year. Ins, putting teams away. I'm sick of these heart attack inducing wins, right? I want to see us put teams away by 30, 40, 50 points is probably pushing it. We're not going to put a lot of teams away by 50 points, but I want to see a good 30, 40 point win where I'm just not sweating profusely in the last quarter. And my last in of 2025 is a fit and firing Jordan De Goey. If we're going to bat deep into September, Jordan De Goey needs to be fit. He needs to be firing. Hopefully by training in a couple of weeks, he's back in a big way and we finally see him out and about with the boys doing full ground drills. That would be the aim. So a fit and firing Jordan De Goey for 2025. So outs, this is what we're leaving in 2024 and I don't want to see at all in 2025. The first one, a long list of injuries. That's out. We're leaving that in 2024. When we had, 17 players on the injury list, we're leaving that in 2024. That's not happening again this season. Out, not giving the kids more than one game in a row. Now, I know this was a frustration amongst us supporters where, Reece McGuinness will come on as a sub for 1 quarter and then get dropped the next game. Like, you need to have that consistency if you want to give these kids a real crack at it. I want to see more of that this year where kids are getting consistent games as opposed to 1 game in, 1 game out, leave that in 2024. And kind of segueing into this next one is stupid use of the sub. Leave that in 2024. I don't want to see any debuts as the sub. I don't want to see any club debuts as the sub. And kind of like that Ruth McGuinness example, I don't want to see someone come on in the last quarter, then get dropped the next game because they didn't get a good run at it and they have to get those legs in the VFL. I wish we could leave the whole sub rule out and leave that in 2024, but the AFL sucks and they want to keep it in. And I think it's just the most blatantly obvious thing that we can change that apparently coaches want as well. And fans definitely want it. I just hate the sub rule so much. I wish we just could leave it in 2024. Outs, draws. I am done with draws. We had 2 draws last season. We win one of those games and we're playing finals, right? I don't want to see any more draws this season. I can't do them. They're annoying. I do like the draws, right? I don't think that, we should play extra time or anything like that. I do like the draws, just not when it's Collingwood and just not when we miss out by not even half a game. We missed out by a percentage. And if we get a draw, we go into the finals. So I'm done with draws. Leave them in 2024. Outs, big out, club statements. I don't want to see one club statement this year. I don't want to see the black background with the white writing, the Collingwood logo, and someone fronting up to the media. Club statements are so 2024. We're going to be on the clean and arrow in 2025. And following from my in where I said putting teams away, out, leaving it in 2024 is heart attack inducing wins, close games. I can't do that anymore. I'm only 32. There's older supporters that definitely can't do that anymore. Leave them there. I love them. When we win, I love them, right? Obviously. But I don't want to go through that. Start putting teams away. Leave the close wins in 2024. And the final thing that we're leaving in 2024 and definitely not bringing into 2025 and beyond is abusing players online and not giving constructive criticism. Constructive criticism, a big in for 2025. Abusing players, and I'm not just talking about racially abusing, I'm just talking about abusing players for just having a bad game or anything like that. We're leaving that in 2024. We need to change our mindset. It's a more positive mindset now. Okay, he did bad, but I liked when he did these things. He could improve on these things, not just drop him. He needs to be dropped. But okay, I get it, right? But let's just be a little bit more constructive with our feedback. We don't like negative things. You saw what happened to Lockie Shields. You saw what happened to Ash Johnson where they had to close their Instagram accounts for a little bit because it was getting too much. Let's be the people that, our parents or grandparents or godparents or daughters or sons or family members or friends will love, right? Let's lead by example. Leave all that bullshit in 2024. It's a new us in 2025. And I'm not just talking about Collingwood supporters. I'm talking about everyone in general. Leave it in 2024. Positive mindset, positive affirmations, constructive criticism. We've got this. Now, those are my ins and outs of 2025. Let me know yours down below in the comments. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.